So the ability to change overall width to suit different row widths in your orchard is achieved by loosening these U-bolts here and just simply sliding in that entire section, which is the ram included, and then just tightening up your U-bolts. So another feature we should talk about is the height adjustment we have here for the centre boom. So in order to set the height of the wings relative to the beds, you use your 3-point linkage, and then to set the height of the centre boom relative to the wings, you use this adjustment. So that gives you a range anywhere from 0 to 500 or more in bed height, depending on whatever particular customer requires. Another feature worth mentioning is the breakaway feature on the edge. So both ends have a full breakaway. Another feature we have is 2 rows of horsehair. So we have the sensor, then a horsehair, then the nozzle, then a horsehair. So these two provide reduced drift and also prevent any drift forward from the nozzle up onto the sensor. So operating your WEED-IT is very easy. Just turn it on. Starts up. If I look out the front, I can see the lights are on. I've got this button here which allows me to adjust my preset, which is my sensitivity level, and this one, which is my margin, which is how far before and after each weed do I want to be hitting. I'm going to go preset 1 and 100 mils. Ignore the low pressure because I don't have the pump on, but that's good because it's telling me I've got low pressure. So I'm going to run on preset 1 and 100 mil, and I'm going to forget about that because that's all I need to do. Okay, so this is how easy it is to operate your WEED-IT. So assume you've been operating yesterday. So I've already got my settings where I want them to be. I'm starting work today. I turn it on. Is my preset what I had yesterday? Number 1, yes. Is my margin what I had yesterday? 100? Yes. Off I go. It's as simple as that. So some of the growers asked us just to do a run out here outside the orchard rows, just so they could see the spot spraying happening. So if we walk around the back here, behind where the tractor's just passed, where the sprayer's just passed, you can see there's a line there with blue dye and without blue dye. So if we just move back here and try and get a bit closer, you can see some weeds being sprayed here, clearly marked by the dye on the ground. So if we look over here, we get down close, you can see a couple of small weeds there. There's my little finger. Give you an idea of the size of the weed we've hit there. Another one over here. There it is. Again, there's my little fingernail. So if we come back, you can see the spot. Beautiful margin. Very clearly 100 mil before and 100 mil after. So you can see there, I'd say they'd be very, very lucky to be 10% of the ground covered in blue dye there. So that's a saving of at least 90% of chemical through that path. So that's the sort of savings you can expect to get spraying that kind of weed density within your orchard. So there's another spot there. Looks like a misfire, but it's not. Misfire, we're getting close. There's the weed. Again, there's my little fingernail. You can see the margin. Come side on here. You can see that there, that's your margin before and after. Got it set on 100. So you can see here, a fantastic example of WEED-IT doing its thing. Spraying weeds, not spraying dirt. Picking up different sorts of weeds here. So there you have it. There's the 7-metre path sprayed. You can clearly see all of the blue spots where the weeds have been detected and sprayed successfully, and a whole heap of not blue, which is where a blanket sprayer would have just wasted chemical.